Hello, Philip. Hello, Mila. Doing okay. How you guys doing? I hope you guys had a good day. I did have a decent day, but in the middle of the day my car broke down. That was a mess. Grandma, how was your first day at the new job? I was thinking about you. Hello, Shauna. It was great. It was really great. I loved it. I met lots of people, great people. Um, I didn't get looked down on. It's a very diverse crowd. I loved it. It was great. And then when I left, my car broke down. It's hotter than shit, Charlotte. Just saying. I'm flicking back and forth between two lives because I am moderating on the other one as well. Okay, pretty good. I was just working on a fun fashion design project. Well, how fun. I did. I really liked it. We had a lot of good laughs, a lot of fun. And I was able to be on the computer right away. It all started coming back to me, and I loved it. Humid and 95 today. It felt like 112 was the last count that I heard. Hello, Mr. Kevin. How you doing? Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. I'm excited to get started. I got to do the training this week. You got to do your thing. I'm okay. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm just sitting here chilling. I couldn't sleep last night. It was so hot. And so, and Bella was struggling. So, me and her came back out after I left the live. Hello, Christina. We came back outside and I made me a little bed and we went to sleep. And both of us just slept until my alarm went off and then I had to get up and go to the job. But tomorrow I don't go back until the afternoon. Us, the wind can blow wrong and she'll go off. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody had a good weekend. My car broke down, so Dad and Scott got it fixed. Tori had to we had to drag her to AutoZone. It was the belt. They gave us the wrong belt. And the girl was pissed off at my mom because my mom said, "Why are you sitting in the back? You have customers coming in." And then the lady didn't even put in the right vehicle and sent us the wrong part. So we took Tori and let her solve it with the old belt. It was the funniest thing. The belt broke and left about 2 to 3 ridges on the belt, connected still to the car. And We needed it to have like 8 or 9, you know, 8 or 9 ridges. And, once we got the right belt, took it back and they had it fixed in 10 minutes, if that. And, all the problems that I was having with it, all but the one problem still remains, and, we think we know what's causing that. It's 2:15 PM here in Australia on Monday. Are you still on Sunday? Yes. We are 11:15 PM Sunday. So we'll be going it'll be Monday in 45 minutes. Shit, you're almost like a whole day ahead of us. A whole 18 hours or something like that? No, I think it's 15. 15 hours ahead of us. That's crazy to me. You're in the future, man. You are in the future. Yeah, you're in the Pacific time zone. Yeah, it was an easy fix. They got it fixed. Well, it's got one more problem left, and we need to find the right piece for that. My car is a 2005, so it's really, really old. But it's got the 3.8 engine in it, which Scott says is indestructible, which I don't know nothing about that, but that's what he said. And no broken belt's going to tear it up. The other thing is this little valve. They think that an O ring will fix it. It's kind of dripping and it's crazy. Anyway, yep, it was an easy fix, although it took about 3 hours. And I had to wait for over an hour for somebody to show up. It was crazy. Hello, John. How you doing? Hello, Dimebag. How are you? And I was so tired because I couldn't sleep last night that when all of that settled down, I went to the laundromat. I was gonna wash up my work towels, but when I pulled into the laundromat, I've never seen that many cars. And so I said, nah, I'll do it when I get done. I can do it either before or after I go in for that 5 hours. So work towels are still sitting in the pickup. But what I did was I went to the shop and I was so drowsy and so tired. I just decided to leave the pickup running there in the shade and up against the building. And I didn't go in. I just let the vehicle run, use up gas. I shouldn't have done that, but I just laid down and me and Bella stayed in the cool and chilled out. And I slept for an hour. Oh, Tori will be here in a little bit. She had just got to work when I went live. I feel like I'm being bit by bugs on my legs. So I'm hoping it cools down a little bit more. Getting a little cold. Oh my God, send it our way. I might be wrong. Sorry if I am, but where are you in the chat typing when Tori was live last night? I only said one thing. She'd mentioned something about the temperature or something. I just briefly heard it. And that was when I was screwing around with trying to get comfortable in the house. And Bella was really panting hard. So I packed up, picked up all my shit and come out here on the porch. And she mentioned the temperature about that time. And I said, yeah, it's going to be a long night. Hi, Nate. How's it going? That was the only thing I said, Christina. And I did. I laid down right here. I was done with that heat. I'm tired of it, especially this week. This week's miserable, and we're not even in August yet. August and September are pretty bad months for Kansas. Thank you, Dimebag. Thank you. Thank you. Out of the gym and doing laundry. Yeah, we don't want you smelling. Yep, we do. How you doing, Lachlan? Yes, big W's for Dimebag. Thank you very much. Sorry, I forgot. I am still a little tired. But man, I had a really good time. It's a very diverse group of Hispanic, white, and Black people. I loved it. I mean, there was no sign of stupid. You know what I mean? I loved it. I loved it. The front desk manager is a Black girl. She's older than Tori, has 5 children, and lives down here by me. And super nice lady, so nice. And but she has the same quirks I do. She's like, oh, I've got a customer service voice, but if people act stupid, my face is going to tell them, and I'm going guilty. Hello, Slayer. How's it going? No sign of stupid. That's new for you, Grandma. Good to hear. I'm telling you, I loved it. And the manager had to come in today for something or another. And then she took a minute to get me set up on the things so that I could clock in and out. You download this app, get your all your paperwork set up and all that crap. But anyway, they were very happy that I remembered a lot of the system. So I was good with that. But I think I'm going to like it there. I really do. I have not had a good first day of work in a long time. You know, that first day, you can always tell, oh shit, I made a bad move. But not this time. I was excited. And said they didn't treat me like a stupid white person or, anything like that. I didn't have to deal with that. That was awesome. That felt good. And so, anyway, and never had a problem answering my questions. I ask a million questions. I know that. But I'd rather be that kind that asks a million questions than have a million questions unanswered. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was great. I really had a good time. Is everybody ready for a new week? It's upon us. Both amazing, good people with pure golden hearts deserve the best of the best. Thank you. Well, we're pretty fond of y'all too. Yeah, I am so happy. It was a fluke. I don't even think I told anybody. Um, I'd given up on looking for a job. So you kind of know what's going on. Yeah. I know the system, but each property has its own way of doing things. You've got different owners and, the franchise owners and all of that. Because Hilton is, it's not a company, it has just a few um, home owned, by Hilton. The rest of them are all franchise. So every location has different rules, the way they do things, that kind of stuff. And anyway, I had just kind of given up on looking for a job. And I don't remember what I was doing. I think it was one of those days where I was just sitting around at the shop. And so I went ahead and opened up Indeed. And that was the first thing when I typed in hotel. That was the first thing that popped up was this particular position. Um, Actually, that's not true. The position was for daytime. And my thought was if I can get an interview, I can let them know I'm willing to do the overnight shift. Anyway, I didn't have to do that. She saw on my resume that I was former night auditor, and she called me for an interview that day. I applied for it at around 11 in the morning, and by 2 or 3 o'clock, I had a message from her and an appointment for the next day uh, to go in for an interview. So I went for the interview. It went great. Um, she said she would get back with me after she did her other interviews. And the next day, she texted me and said she was offering me the night audit job. She told me she pulled me mine because it said auditor because she needed that. Her weekend person was leaving. So whatever happened in the universe, it all just kind of come together. Please, everyone, like the stream. It's free. Share the stream with others. Also, subscribe to the best channel ever. I'm so overjoyed. Thank you. Hello, Michelle. How you doing? I'm hoping. I'm hoping you're right, Nate. I'm hoping because, like I said last night, I want out of this survival mode. I'm tired of it. Thanks for asking. You're welcome. How was your day, Michelle? Did you have a good day? We're going into the new week. Everybody ready for the drama? There's always going to be some drama. A little more time, but you'll get there. I know it. Oh, yeah, it's going to take some time, but I need a little bit of hope because I didn't have that. So, and I really want to be able to have that security, you know? Very good day, which is great, but did everyday chores. Can't complain. They stayed home. Those stayed home. There you go. Low key. I knew what you meant. Christina says it a lot, so I figured it out. Hello, Aces. How are you? Are you having a good day? I'm good. Just tired of this heat. Oh, girl, me too. Oh my God. I'm just getting fed the hell up with it all. But I struggled last year too. Hi, Christina. Hope everyone is doing well. Um, well, today we had 95 and it felt like 112. It's the microphone. It was hot. It was hot today, but we knew it was. We're supposed to have some storms come through in a couple of days, so we still got a couple of days of drama. Drama heat advisories. I'm a first time grandma. My son just had his first baby girl. I'm going to see her tomorrow, so I am psyched up. Congratulations, Michelle. Welcome to the new world. It's a different world. It's not the same as having your own kids. Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot of places that have that. Aces, I can definitely feel for you. So, congratulations, Michelle. What's
Sorry,
going on?
I showed up to I got here and I was met at the door by this fool. And then I had to go to and then I had to sit here and listen and try not to be part of the situation while he talked to Collins and whatever the other guy's name was.
Oh, police.
Yeah, because the lady checked out and not long after she left, I guess she called up here and was like, "Hey, I'm being told that he's destroying the room when he wasn't supposed to be here anymore." And so when I got here, I went with him to go up there and check the room and take all his stuff out.
Tori, Christina says.
Ship.
Michelle is a new grandma.
Oh yeah? Was it
Her
expected?
her son had a baby. Her son's first baby.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I told her it's a different world. It's not the same as when you have your own kids. This is one of those you'll learn, Michelle, you'll learn how to be that evil grandma, but the great grandma. You know, the awesome grandma. But you'll start using that to punish your children. Another one.
They're even smaller.
Says, no, not yet, but you will be. You will be. Wait till that girl is a little your 2 or 3 year old. Oh, you brought a little tiny tote for the keys, huh?
I got 5 of them. They're the size of a
Oh,
cigarette. I can put 2 packs of cigarettes in here.
see, when I
Okay.
You are a very religious proofreader.
What do you mean?
You have to like check every other sentence.
I
I don't see my mistakes until someone tells me that I did it.
English class. Blaming.
Is that Cooper?
Yeah.
What was it
He's
called?
writing up on core what happened.
Yeah. He's like, should I even put this on there? I'm like, well, yeah, that way everybody else just has a heads up in case dude decides to show up and be crazy.
So, we don't have core. We
Really?
have Kipsu up there, but we don't have core. They started one email, and you put at the end of the day, you open that email and you hit reply, and it's addressed to itself. It's the own me email.
Not reading mine.
Oh, I don't care. That is a big. Jesus Christ.
It's good. I already have an idea, so I ain't gonna read it.
If she has questions, she can call me back. She can call me like, hey, what happened?
If there's questions, I'll be like, I don't know. Ask him. I wasn't here. Don't bring me into your mess. They are cute. Hello again.
It's like just
1, 2, 7.
just one's great.
How they have a police visit.
Oh,
Yeah, my
yeah. It was. They were really supposed to show up earlier,
Mm-hmm.
so but it's okay. They were like, a good 15 minutes late.
Yeah, is that how it goes?
It's okay though. Nothing serious happened.
We're having these little individual boxes. For that.
That's great.
Got 5 loads on it.
Thank you very much.
No problem. I'm surprised I was there. Honestly. What room were you guys in?
I'm in 217.
Do you need anything else from me whatsoever?
No.
All right. So I'm getting this.
You know, they can't get mad at you for being on the clock as long as you were like on the clock because of work.
Well, is it interesting?
Yeah, he's got
I was
really
telling-
pretty long hair. Yeah. It's really, I wish I had hair like that.
About having to get PD involved
Yeah, it does.
just in case, then they can't.
Cooper,
sue.
show everybody your hair.
Everybody wants to see your hair on the live because they all of them like it's the hair thing. Like nobody ever does that anymore. You're good. I'm sorry.
I appreciate you guys.
So show
Yeah, that's
everybody
what-
your hair.
When I get it, it's like, oh yeah, gorgeous hair. It's like, all right.
No, see, you've had a few compliments of from some of them basically saying, kudos to you for putting up with the rest of it for us women here, like
Oh, I've dealt with worse. It's okay.
because once upon a time my mom was church.
You
member,
got a
so
membership there, Tindy.
But
You're green.
well, going to be, I don't know.
I had a good day, Michelle. I had a good day. It was a good day. Great first day.
Quit being a janky ass computer.
Fabio. I met Cooper for the first time last weekend.
All right.
Oh, you? I was like, who? They called you Fabio.
Yeah, it's green on our end, Tindy.
Is it really?
No, I kid you not.
You have hair like that?
Because yesterday I was at the hospital with some family
Mhm.
and everything, and my best friend Ty's dad was up there, and he was the one that was in the hospital. But he was like, "What's up, Fabio?" Yeah. But
Yeah,
all
Fabio.
right.
See you next week.
See you next week.
You hear what he said?
Yeah, because
Fabio's actually.
he said Fabio.
I honestly had to pick my jaw up off the floor when I think it was Kennedy. When Kennedy told me how old he is,
How old is he?
like 21.
I can see that. I figured he was very young.
I thought he was like 25, 26, like middle ground.
cut it though. Every time I'm under a car, it gets caught under me. It's annoying. You're not supposed to have it free range when you're under a car, buddy.
Oh no, if you are on a, it's been so long since I've used one. What is it called? The little
Creeper?
cart. Yeah, the creeper. There you go. When you're on a creeper, especially if you have a bun and you have it too high on your head, or you just have really long hair like Cooper has, up underneath that little one.
Yeah, you got a pin like me. Like I have my little I got it tied up right now. I don't have a hair clip in, and it's in that little bun where it can't even be caught. But if I have to, I'll use the clip and wrap it all up.
I just put my hood on over my head if it's cool. If I have a hoodie on, if it's hoodie weather, or I'll scoot down or something. Like I will stay away from the little headrest pillow.
Oh, yeah. Michelle, they
No.
have a very diverse group, Hispanic. The front desk manager is a black lady. She's a little older than Tori, has 5 children. 4 of them are girls.
That's rude.
And then she's got her quiet little boy. And I told her, I said, you are in for a wake up call. Her oldest is 16. And I said, so is my daughters. So anyway, everybody is a very diverse group. A couple of Randall, he runs breakfast at starting at 7 o'clock or something like that in the morning. Third shift gets breakfast prepared. And then they come in and take over. And then there's another guy who he does breakfast and third shift when he's needed. He's a black guy, and the manager and me and another couple of ladies are white. So very diverse group, and nobody treated me like I was this white bitch or this white girl, you know, the shit that I
I'm not
had.
white.
You guys,
I'm clear.
huh?
I said I'm not white. I'm clear.
Ah. So anyway, it was really a fun time. We laughed and cut up, and it was great. It was great. We had a good day, and then my car broke down as I was leaving. I think I got 4 miles maybe away from there, and car.
Oh, by the way, that QT that's next door to the AutoZone we went to, that's the one that Scott's uncle was manager of when he had his heart attack and his car wreck.
Oh,
They have
cut up.
a
You've never heard that term, cut up? It's just having a good time. Just having a good
cutting up the
time,
dance floor.
huh?
Dude, don't. He said, yeah, like cutting up the dance floor. And him, you did the same exact thing last night. This is your only warning. You're going to be muted. And if you come back in after tonight and say it, you're gone. Unless she says otherwise.
No, I'm getting. You got to have your own identity. If you can't come in here and create your own identity, other than just being part of a raid, create a place for yourself here. You know what I mean? I want everybody to be here, but I'm sick and tired of being asked about that raid. That guy was only trying to help me out. But it does get old when we're constantly asked about it.
He, at the very least, he was just trying to get people to go away so he got off the line. So he can get off his computer.
Yeah, it was
I
a
don't-
great environment. I was very, very happy. Well, we appreciate it, but we don't want to know you because of a raid. We want to know you because of you. Does that make sense? Can look fun. That's what I'm looking for, Michelle. I just want to have a good place that I can just chill and go to work. I'm not going to see these people much, you know? and because shift change is, 10 minutes maybe, if that. And so you're not going to see them much, but you try to make the best of each minute.
I'm gonna have a come apart. Where's my tiny screwdriver?
What?
I said I'm gonna have it come apart. Where's my tiny little yellow screwdriver?
I have no idea. That's
Well,
above my pay grade.
So if this place does not stumble upon its holy grail saving grace, I may need to come talk to your boss because
Well, I can tell you right now, there's no place, no room. They hired a daytime person and me. They were looking for somebody, but all the interviews that she had done, she was like, I cannot trust these people. And when she saw that my resume said night auditor on it, she, that's why she messaged me. And that was the last position to fill. What'd you do? What is that?
white out.
Oh, wow. It's not even white.
Oh my god! Here, I'll show you one that actually works. Oh. Here.
Oh, yeah. If somebody quits, I'll suggest it right away. In a heartbeat.
This is what it does. Make sure it works first. There it goes. Apparently, it won't do it upright. But look, I wrote numbers wrong right here. I wrote the wrong price. Take the white. Boom, gone.
Philip, I couldn't be president. I'd be 200% worse than Trump. I got more balls than he does, obviously, but I'd be I'm telling you, people who show me that they hate this country, I would trade them right away for the people that are here illegally. Because a majority of them are just looking for a good life. And I don't want people who hate this country here. I would denaturalize them and get them out. They don't even have to pay the fee. It's like $2,000 something to denaturalize yourself. And I'm like, I don't need any of that. Just denaturalize them and send them to a country of their choice. They got 188 other countries.
Give them a coupon book on their way out.
I'm sorry. I just ain't got time for that drama anymore. I'm tired of it. Are you still here, Nate? Oh, Big W. Cindy, Big W for the chili. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to be president. That's funny, Tori.
Scott saw him, and I immediately pulled my phone out to see what money I had left, and I'm like, man, I don't have. I was like, I don't have enough to. I was like, I don't have any money to get anything. And he ends up, without saying a word, picks up 5 of them and hands them to me. And I'm like, after we paid for them and we were walking out the door, I'm like, I was not paying attention to where I was walking. I was more so like looking at my phone or doing something else, like paying attention to the employee that was carrying kind of it's decently sized box on a 2-wheeler. Like I was paying attention to other stuff. I said, so there's a very good chance that I would not have seen them
Well,
with
you were also tired.
Well, no, it was he was going to buy them anyway. Like I was doing other stuff when we walked in the store,
Oh,
and he's like, he's like, if I was by myself, I still would have bought them anyway. He goes, anytime I see any type of tiny tote, I buy it because you. He said that's the only way I can get away with making impulse purchases.
ah.
And you
Our
had-
shirts are not blue. Our shirts are black. Our
It's
rooms
kinda-
have full kitchens in them.
what is it? Is it a
Home 2 suites. They're designed for extended stay,
yeah?
and
It's-
they have full kitchens. They have, um, the little bottles of shampoo and stuff like that. They have
Yeah.
little bottles of dish soap. They have little sponges, all kinds of stuff. I was like, dang, this is cool.
Yeah, the home I stayed at in Oklahoma City, or no, we went to Oklahoma City, but me, Bubba, Greg, and Bristol and Caden stayed. Yeah, I don't know why, but we stayed at a Home 2 Suites in Stillwater. Got up, went to breakfast the next morning, drove back to Oklahoma City. Whatever. That's where we stayed. But all that room was, I hated it. I was in just a single queen room by myself, massive room with like a hospital curtain right down the middle of it because there was like a quote unquote living room on one side and the bedroom on the other. I took that TV, I turned it, faced the bed, and tried to go to sleep.
Yeah, they're really nice, and the nightly is 200 and something dollars a night.
That's gross.
Well, they're not normal rooms. They also have one bedrooms. They actually have bedrooms.
Yeah.
Well, one bedroom, and then you have a pull-out couch, and some of them have two singles or two queens, and some have big kings, and they vary. Obviously, you have to have your handicap rooms, so there's 4 of those, one on each floor. Hello, Roxy. So our uniforms are black.
You know what I don't understand about Hampton Inn, and specifically, I don't understand this stuff purely because of this location and the way it works. First off, I'm the only one, pretty much the only one left that has one of these shirts, or 2 of them. Everybody else just has a dark blue polo.
Really?
Yeah, I got one too, but I have no idea where it went. I wore it one time, and that was it.
Yeah,
I
it's a pretty high price, but you're renting an apartment, a studio
yeah,
apartment, or a 1 bedroom apartment, because there are some studios. You've got basically half of them are 1 bedroom, and the rest of them are, well, and then you've got your 4 handicaps, and then you've got um, connected rooms on 2 floors, and then the rest of them are studios. But they are all equipped with full kitchens, including dishwashers. And you have these little pods of dishwashing soap and everything. It's weird. I'm like, man, this is totally weird.
well, it's called Home 2 Suites, so you know it's supposed to be like a literal home away from home, like a short-term lease on an apartment type thing.
Yes. And there's they have a lot of military. They have a lot of uh pilots, especially
I know
because
which
of the
one you work
pilot
at.
school. What?
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it just literally dawned on me like it clicked that fast. I know which one you work at. I remember when we go to like Lowe's or the East Kellogg Walmart. If I'm riding passenger, I see it every single time.
Oh, on
Running.
96.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right there at 21st.
Yeah, it's out in the like I off to the side out in the open, like in a field, similar to this
Yeah.
one. Just like it's
Yeah.
like, oh, there you are.
Yep. Hello, Phase.
What's up? What it do?
Yeah. So anyway, they have a lot of railroad, military, mostly pilots and air, um, for the air pilots and all of with the simulators because we've got two big schools, international pilot schools here, and
Yeah,
all of
each
the
for-
big airlines send their pilots here. And
In-
um,
IA
what?
is NAIR or something like that.
Yeah,
Glenn,
NIAR, Nair.
yeah, it's an
I don't
acronym.
know much about them, but you know.
It butts up to the base.
Well, hello there. I can't remember her name. Vanessa? Is it Vanessa? No, Marie.
It's Maria. Maria.
Maria. Maria.
Maria.
It's
I
Maria.
can't.
I remembered. I remembered.
I cannot hit. Berkson doesn't know it's saying Maria. So
Those sports teams that were there that pissed me off. What sport?
Hmm?
What sport were they?
I don't know.
The
Softball, I think.
reason I ask is because um she said that
Oh,
How are you?
I'm doing all right. That's it for me. I'm just kidding.
Yourself?
Yeah. I'm good. I ate before I came to work. As long as you don't leave it out on accident, you've got plenty for tomorrow too.
she said that most of the city was filled with badminton teams, girls badminton. And I went, is that a thing? She goes, I know. I asked the same question.
Here, I got some trivia for you. Because you're talking about
What?
badminton. Do you know what the quote unquote ball in badminton is called?
No.
It's called a shuttlecock.
Shuttlecock.
It's a little rubber, like a little rubber ball, like a super bouncy ball.
With
With
the
like,
basket on it.
I can't take it seriously because of that alone.
Oh my
And I
God.
can't hit it.
Uh,
Yeah, we had softball.
excuse me. I missed some comments. I'm really sorry, guys. We can repeat them. Anyway, they have a tournament for badminton for youth. I was like, oh. Anyway, she said one thing I went, oh my God, we are from the same universe. She said the parents are the freaking worst. Actually, that's not what she said. She said the parents are the fucking worst. And I said that just last week. I kind of told her my drama. And I said, but I handled it. I said, I wasn't an employee there anymore. This time I was going to handle it my way.
Did you tell her about the random, like, half grown and fully grown toddlers just sitting on the floor in the hallway? Did you tell her about
I
that?
did. I did. July 5th. Well, happy birthday. Happy late birthday. Go back and read Phillips. In one hotel, the Crown Palladium, I don't know how you use a remote control properly. And
Oh,
then
no.
porn came on the television. I had to ring room service to turn it off.
Nope, I would have not watched TV. I'm like, no, I will stare at the wall, or I will like read all the instructions on every single level in the no.
Ah. I did. I was a witch. I tell you what. I played drunk pickleball. We can't find the ball.
Okay, well, that chair
Isn't
still there.
pickleball the same as racquetball?
Pretty much. So, oh, pickleball and racquetball is.
Pickleball is more like tennis.
Oh, is it more like tennis?
It's between tennis and ping pong.
It's between tennis and ping pong.
Oh, ping pong. I'd have never guessed that.
All I think of is Forrest Gump.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
that, Michelle? That would be hilarious. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I
I'm
might.
not sure where Sherry is. Everybody talk about her Summersdale witch.
No, you're good. I just like picking on people.
You can find Jeff.
She's probably watching in the background anyway. Everybody, make sure you double tap and leave a like. We'd sure appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button real quick. Yeah, we do. That would be funny. I'd totally die laughing. I don't even remember what it was that came up. Jerry threatened me with a porno. What was it? I don't even remember what happened or what was said or something like that. And he smarted off, and I said, "You know what? You're cut off." And he goes, "Oh, no. No, no, I have ways of making that happen." I said, "No, you don't." Hello, Mimi. How you doing? I'm glad to see you. How's Dallas treating you? Anyway, and he said, "Oh, I'll go buy a porno." And I went, "No." I said, "That shit'll make me puke."
My stuff from the room. It's gonna turn into.
I'll be back. I'm calling PD. This is about to be bad. The reason
Maybe you need to
Reason-
leave the video on. You need to leave the video on.
the reason why
And you-
Cooper hey, listen, the reason why Cooper called PD down here was because and he said this is about to get real bad.
Who did?
This guy.
He said it's about to get real bad.
Yeah. He's like, I said she requested that your stuff be removed from the room. And she said, well, you didn't have to. He's like, you didn't have to touch it. I'm like, well, if she's checking out and requesting all the guests or the belongings to be out, he goes, actually, no, you don't have to touch it.
Well, you need to call PD now. Get him there on the way. Pick up the phone and just, you know what I did? I picked up the phone, dialed 911, and put the phone down.
You know, one Cambridge. East the Hampton Inn. It's 316-425. No, I'm the employee at the front desk. I don't exactly know what happened earlier, but my coworker did have to call PD over here for a situation for like a wellness check on a guest. Because the lady checked out and her boyfriend or whatever was on the room reservation also. She requested that he be have his belongings removed from the room. He just got back from dinner or whatever it was leftovers, and he's starting to get hateful and belligerent. And I would really like Collins and whoever showed up with him to be back up here like ASAP. No. 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 Well, yes and no. Right here. I'd have to go look it up, and the computer's stuck in a loop at the moment. Um, Hang on just a second. About to lose my shit. He's standing there. He's at the table. And I can't answer her questions.
Why?
I'm scared.
You get in the back room and you get on the phone with that line. You can pick it up from the back room, right?
No, there's no phone.
Is he standing close?
He's at the table.
Okay.
I gotta get off here. I'll be back in a second.
All right. I don't be long or I'm on my way.
I won't. All right.
Sit tight.
Are you there? You go.
Okay. Are you in the back room?
Yeah. He was standing at the big table when she started asking me for a description and all that. And I told her I was trying to get from off the desk phone and onto my phone, and she said the call's already in. She was needing to get description of him. I'm like, well, I'm trying to get away from this spot at the moment because, and then he ended up like going and stepping outside. I'm like, all right, he just stepped outside. He was 15 feet in front of me. I was like, I was not given that. Mm.
What's going on?
He is getting he
But we have him outside.
I think he's a little intoxicated and he's because he went upstairs to the room and he came back and left those by the door, his leftover food by his door. He came back down, was asking for a key. He was nice at first, he was answering, like literally the question was, is it pickleball and racquetball like the same thing? No, and he's like, it's more like tennis and ping pong and whatever. But then he was asking for a key, and I'm like, oh, when he said the room and his name, I'm like, told him that she had checked out, and a few minutes after she left, he had requested to have his stuff out, all that. Then he started getting shitty. And walking off, he goes, he's like, you didn't have to touch my things. He goes, my name was on on that reservation too. So
So
why would what we want to know why he was checked out and this and that. And he started going to the elevator to go get his leftover containers. And he goes, and then he's like, I was like, when she requested the stuff, that we check her out. And I was like, it was like, that's what we have to do. He goes, actually, no, you don't. So this is about to get real bad.
he said this is about to get real.
He said as he was walking to the elevator, he said this is about to get real bad real fast.
Did he say anything else regarding that? Like, did he
No,
was he explicit in how he meant that, or did he say
he was already out of sight.
Get it real bad?
And he was going up to get his little leftover containers and coming back down because before he walked off, he asked, he's like, so he said, so this is stupid. Well, he's like, what's it going to for me to stay in that room? Well, at this point, no.
So
I don't care. I don't care if you give me $6,000. No.
If he's in business.
And
That's
huh?
That's your right.
Yeah. And then he kind of turned off away from the desk real fast. And walking and I have it back here in the office. He's like, yeah, well, he's like, I would like stuff. And starts walking off and adds all that other stuff in there.
What else did he say?
It's that because he got to the elevator. Oh, I just saw him walk in the door. I have no idea. I didn't even know I didn't even know it was him.
So he parked over there, he parks over there. Is there any way you can show me camera footage of when he pulled up?
I don't have access to rewind
You
it.
don't.
I think I do, but I don't know how any of it works. Because I said I don't know how any of it works because the TV is mounted on the wall in the office.
I try to.
I say I mean,
if he's drunk and he's driving.
yeah. Because like the camera view is there, and then there's this TV here. It was on here when they first set it up, and then once it actually gets turned on, it's just like a blank HDMI or like input screen. But it kind of looks like the mouse was moving over there on that screen. I don't know. Nobody ever told me how this works. But I'm assuming that it's supposed to be. This is the. Like this is supposed to be, and then there's this remote that I've never seen before. This is.
I guess it's connected up there.
I mean, like I said, our temporary manager is in house down the hall. I can.
Oh yeah, can you go grab?
Yeah.
We need to see if he drove or not.
Okay.
That's the police.
Yeah. It's me. It's my favorite. Of course it is.
So then go ahead and hang up.
All right.
Okay. Hello, John. Hello, Roseanne. Well, when she first got to work, they told her about this man who they got a phone call from the woman who was originally staying in that room, and that man was there too. and he was destroying the room because she was checking out and leaving. And I guess they removed him, removed his things. Well, then he just came back. She had no idea who he was. And then he's fine for a second, and then he's not fine. Yeah, it's a small town. I knew they could get there quicker than me, but in that situation, she should have picked up the phone, dialed 911, and put that receiver on the counter. That way she didn't have to answer questions, and they would have known there's an open line. Get over there now. And then she would not have gotten scared because she could have gone to the back. Yeah, the police are there with her now. And he's not staying there. And if he comes back, he's going to have some problems. But hopefully he'll lose his temper and he gets arrested. You know what I mean? No, you're not allowed to have a weapon up there in these hotels. You're not allowed to engage. Unless it's me and it's a drunk bitch walking up and down the hallway, banging on the door looking for her stupid ass husband that left 30 minutes before. Then I'll freaking address your ass. Ugh. They would. Open line, they would have come running. She wouldn't have had to answer any questions until they were there. And they had just, well, no, they actually weren't there because it's a new shift. Uh-huh. I knew the police would get there before me, but my concern was her when she got scared. But she should have called 911 from either one of the back phones or just put that receiver down on the counter and left it an open line. That's what I'm hoping for. That he'll mouth off. It wouldn't do any good. What if she can't get to it? And she would definitely be fired. And I don't like men like that. There's a reason I'm single. There's a lot of men out there like that. They don't know how to control their mouth. They don't know how to control their tempers. Big waste of time, if you ask me. Always a damn victim. Okay, I'm gonna put my stuff away. I'll be right back. Okay. Where were we? I don't even remember. Yeah, I would have. You bought a cigarette lighter? You ain't got enough smoke going on up there? Let her know that for future. What? Let her know what? I've told her that 100 times, but when she gets scared, she goes into somewhat of a panic mode. No. I don't believe in ghosts. We either have spirits or demons. One of the two. No more smoke now. It's all gone. Oh, that's why I left my ex. Started getting that way. Screw that shit. Yeah, I ain't got time for that crap. I got talking to that. You guys might have, some of you might have heard me. I don't know. I didn't know how to let this guy down. That he's of a different race, and I'm not into interracial dating. It's just not my thing. I don't have a problem with the other races. It's just not my thing. And and part of the problem is the first question this man asked me when I told him I had been single all this time and by myself was, well, who takes care of your needs? I'm sorry, I don't have time for your sexual escapades and your sexual thoughts that clearly dominate your mind. I don't have time for that. And I told him exactly how it is. That goes away. That doesn't even that's not even a part of your life anymore after a certain time. Or smoke I just rolled up. Anyway, he said that's not possible. That's not human nature. And I said, I guess I'm not human. But yeah, I'm fine. I don't even think about that crap anymore. It goes away. You don't even think about it. And he couldn't accept that. Yeah, I don't understand that shit. And if you don't want to get to know me, but you're interested in my sex life, you are not interested in me and I don't have time for you. I don't even do that. Don't even need to. I don't have the need anymore. It goes away. I've been on my own for well, let's just go back to the last time I ever had a sexual contact with a man. It was 2014. And the first year or so, it might pop into your mind, but after that, it goes away. It's like not even a thought. Now, I don't know about other people, but I was like, because I'm so set in a way of I'm not getting back into a relationship. Seal and his signature. It was handed out directly from the White House. You got a thing with the White House, don't you? Lyndon B. Johnson. Boy, that's from way back. I guess so. Isn't that like the couple of things you've bought from the White House or something? How much did that cigarette lighter cost you? That's got to be the most expensive lighter ever. It's just Night at the Museum. I never even heard of that. What's that about? Cute movie. Huh. Never even heard of it. What's it about? Not bad. $100 US. Oh, hell, I figured that was super expensive. Being a presidential lighter. They're funny. I've never even heard of it. I'll be darned. So, what is $100 US in Canadian money? Yep, never heard of it. I'm not sure why. When did it come out? But hell, I ain't been to a movie in years. So I'm not really interested in a lot of that stuff. So I don't pay attention, you know what I mean? So it doesn't surprise me. Okay. All right, Ethan. Early 2000s. Huh. I wonder why I never heard of it. That's crazy. Probably not. But we can look, see what it does. You sent it on Messenger? I don't even have it. It hasn't come through. Oh, you haven't sent it yet. Go ahead and try. There's 4 in total. First one came out in 2006. Huh. I've never heard of it. And there's a total of 4? How did I not ever hear about that? Well, I've lived a pretty damn sheltered life, too. Not even kidding. $186 Canadian. Okay. What's your girlfriend think about you spending money on that shit? As long as the bills are paid, she don't care. Have I been? I know. So I made Tori get off of here because number one, the police were there. And number two, she had to call up that new manager. I don't want that new manager thinking that she's up to no good, not doing her work and all of that. So I made Tori get off of the video, knowing she was having to call her. Because this lady's a temporary manager and she's causing lots of problems. When you get a chance, you should watch them. Well worth it. I'll have to do that. I'll have to look and see what's on YouTube movies. Because YouTube movies, you can watch lots of movies. Or you can even rent them. But I don't rent them. I wait until every few months they make them free. So I'll look and see what's available. As the bills are paid, she has a roof over her head. She's happy. Okay. That's about how I am. I didn't give a shit what Jerry or Mike or anybody spent their money on, as long as they were providing for me, and it was all good. Have a great night. You too, Ruben. Tubi is a free app for movies too. I never knew that. I think I've heard of that, but I didn't know that's what they did. Was movies. Brand new SUV years ago, but that was to ensure I had homemade meals the rest of my life and not Swanson TV dinners. You plan your life well. Oh, it's just an old shirt. I've had them forever. I have a pink one and a blue one, and I sleep in them because they're really, really lightweight, and so I sleep in them. They're comfortable, and they're roomy. They're like 2 sizes too big for me. But when I bought them, they fit. Wonder why this thing is acting weird. It's probably because I took myself out of the chat. I text Scott to get up to the hotel. If she's afraid, she's going to feel better with him there. Well, she's okay. She's over here sleeping. I almost stepped on her a little while ago when I went in. Yeah. We think the same. Yeah, she's going to feel better if Scott is there than me. I mean, she knows I'm going to protect her too, but you know how it is. When you're in a relationship, you expect that person to be your protector. I've thought about it, Mila. I was telling one of the people he's got 3 shops. He sells on eBay. He sells a lot of things per day. And he said he's got 2 Australian Shepherds. And he was asking if I've ever thought about getting a young puppy and letting Bella raise the puppy. And I said, I have actually thought about it, but I can't afford, I struggle to take care of her. So I don't want to bring a puppy in not having the means that I need. But maybe things will start looking up. Yeah, it's always a possibility. It would have to be another golden retriever. Um, living out of his vehicle with a bunch of power tools in the floor. Piss off of the whole world. Yep. The thing is that he came in with a good attitude, you know? Starts a bunch of shit earlier in the night, comes in with a good attitude, and then suddenly flips to something totally different. That's the hope, Michelle. That's my goal. I'm not looking to be rich. I'm just looking to be comfortable, not have to stress. See, and I'm torn on that one, Mila. I'm torn on that. And I'll tell you why. Most of the time, they pick up dogs because they're strays. And I feel like it gives them a reason to keep going. There's a lot of people that are homeless because they just can't do life. We have a lady, she's a homeless lady, and she has a dog. It's a big dog. I don't know, lab mix of some kind. It's a bigger dog. And that's who she talks to, is that dog. Which I feel that because that's who I talk to. Is my dog. Well, we got a skunk nearby. Oh my God. It's no. So if she wants out of the relationship, that's her choice. That's pretty bad when a skunk is sprayed nearby and there's literally no wind. Yeah, they have a lot of those resources through some of the homeless, you know. So if they made the choice to be homeless, which is the majority of them, um, unfortunately, I don't understand that thought process, so I don't want to judge it. I say let him have a dog, you know. The dog is going to be a stray anyway. Yeah, we have a lot of that here too. But you know where our car lot is, there's quite a bit of homeless down there now that the last mayor moved them all out of downtown into the neighborhoods. That was nice of him, wasn't he? Wasn't it? And about a mile north, mile and a half north of where the car lot is yeah, I feel that. I feel that, and I agree. I struggle with it on my own. I don't walk Bella. She's just vicious. So I had to make the choice early on not to walk her. Um, with the hopes that one day she would be a nicer dog. Yeah. He moved all of they moved all the homeless in downtown because there was a college basketball tournament coming to town. I think it's NCAA, Big 12. It's several years ago. And so what they did was they packed up the homeless and they moved them. Uh, they even put them up in Northwest Wichita, which is right on the verge of Mays, and it's a bunch of rich people. But as long as they weren't downtown, he was happy. Welcome back. Welcome back. Anyway, he was a piece of shit. And now he's running for office again because he lost after one term. He's a Democrat. And he's running for office again. And the first thing he's claiming is that they'll get the population of the homeless down. No, you won't. Because it's a disproportionate amount of them choose that life. That is what they've chosen. That is what they feel comfortable with. Most of them have no problem telling you that. I learned that when I was driving a transit bus. They would ride the transit bus. They would get their a bus card for a day from the rescue mission, and they choose that life. Yeah, that mayor is a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He was a joke. He's not going to help those people. He doesn't want to help those people. Instead, he just doesn't want them around him when he's in downtown Wichita. You know, let's get the homeless out of here. We don't like the food line at the diner every night for supper because we have what's called Lord's Diner. And every evening at 5 o'clock till about 9 or so, they have a line of homeless people. All they want is one meal for the day. Anyway, that guy, if he was interested in helping the homeless, he'd have done it during his term. But the only thing he wanted was to get them out of downtown. So he drops them down here. But anyway, about a mile and a half north of the car lot is a homeless encampment. It's a bunch of trees and stuff by the river. And these people have they call it Narnia. They've named their little community Narnia. So, I mean, some of them have tents. Some of them have their own made tents, whatever they want you to hear. Yeah. Specialist is bringing your mind back to a simpler, better time in life. Yep. Like the movie. Yep, those homeless people they've built this little community in the trees and the wooded area. It's about a quarter of a mile long along the river there. Some of you might have seen the video that I did on the John Mack Bridge. And it's just the Rainbow Arch Bridge. And it's under that bridge and then back to the east about a quarter of a mile. It's just like a wooded area. And they've all created their own little community right there on the river. So, yeah, I thought it was kind of cool when I heard that they had named it. So, what they did was they realized that they couldn't be a part of our community or didn't want to be, or for whatever reason didn't fit in. Maybe they're black sheep. I don't know the reason. I'm just assuming. But they found community in their other homeless friends. And I guess they have little campfires and I'm just going off what the rescue workers or, the ones that go and hunt these people down. Do you need food? Give them water, that kind of thing. Now, they did have a guy who passed away down there over a nighttime. They woke up and he was gone. And they had a little service for him in this. It's like a I want to say it's a rescue mission, but it's just a little building. And all they do is hand out little things for them to eat and stuff like that. They had a small service for this guy. And the news was there. I was shocked. I was like, well, y'all don't care about him before. But, and then we have, Deidre lives my best friend, she lives 4 blocks to the south of me. And 2.5 blocks to the east of her is the river. And it's not super wooded like this other area. And we have about 7 or 8 different camps, I guess is what you call them. And there's another community down there. I don't know if they named it or not, but there's another community of homeless down there. That's the one her son lives in. Her son got into drugs. And didn't want to come away from it. Sits and begs for money on the corner all the time in a wheelchair. Gets money and he buys drugs. And he lives not far from mom's house so that he can call mom and stay with her and get a shower and all of that a couple of times a quarter, every couple of months. She finally told him no. She said, no, you need to get yourself right. And she was not a revolving door, But anyway, she said if he wasn't doing drugs, I'd have no problem helping him. But he's been a druggie for so long, I don't even see how he'll come away from that. She raises her granddaughter. Her granddaughter tested positive for meth when that baby was born 16 years ago. He called his mom and said, Mom, until we can get back right and be able to take care of our baby, the state is going to take her, but we don't want to lose her. Will you take her? Conned her into taking this girl, conned her into believing they were going to clean their asses up. She learned within 60 days, probably even 30 days, they weren't going to get clean. They wouldn't even show up for the meetings. So Deidre has now pretty much fully raised this kid. She's 16 now. She's about to be out on her own, graduate high school next year, not this year, but so she's going into her junior year. So anyway, Deidre allowed him to keep coming around. It was affecting the daughter. And so they went ahead and adopted her when she was 8 or 9, something like that, because they knew at that point, her and Deidre and her other half, they knew at that point they were never going to be parents. And then the mother decided to clean up a little bit, and she took the daughter for a visit. This was 2 years ago. Called and asked if she could have her for a visit, and kidnapped her and took her to Florida. I don't think I have ever seen Deidre become so determined. The first thing she did was call me and said, if I can raise the money, can you take me to Florida? And I said, yep, we'll get her done. I said, I can't afford it, but we'll go get her. Anyway, within a couple of weeks, because of the fact that she still had a state caseworker, thanks to the parents not getting their shit together, this child is always going to have, even though she's adopted now, she's always going to have a spokesman with the state. And anyway, so the state got in touch with, even though they had already filed a police report here, the state got involved and got state resources down there, plus law enforcement. And they put her on a plane. They arrested the mother and put the girl on a plane with an escort and brought her home. And now she didn't want anything to do with them. She had to make a choice, my granddaughter or my son. And you see which one she chose. That's really good for your friend adopting her. People are so messed up doing that to kids. Also can't stop playing the game. You made it so freaking good. Yep. It was good. How you doing, Allie? My car broke down, so I was down for about 4 hours. Yeah, the state caseworker, Deidre made the police report. The police contacted the police and law enforcement down there. Then she called the caseworker, which is CASA, something like that. They were taking care of her case when she was in state custody. Anyway, so Deidre called them, called her, and she got involved at that. I mean, that was all that she wrote anyway. But this lady was the one that facilitated the adoption too, so it worked out really, really well. Anyway, yep, she got involved, and the law enforcement got involved, and yeah, blew a belt on the car, serpentine belt. Car died at an intersection, and I got it started again to get across the intersection, and oh, here we go.
Well, that was interesting.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, I had to see if we had access to play the cameras back to watch him, watch him drive his truck into a parking spot, or apparently he got dropped off in an Uber, but it was plain as day, easy to see that he was really drunk, really, really drunk. He admitted, like he told the same story I did, so he wasn't gonna lie about it, but. So I got the tip manager. I called her room. I'm like, hey, do you know how to run these cameras? Well, me and her figured it out.
Okay, good deal.
So we got that. And I told dispatch,
Big
I'm like, I want
W.
Collins and that other guy back. Like now.
Huh?
I said, I told dispatch that I was like, Collins and then that other officer were here just a little bit ago for the same room for the same guy, or for the same guy. It's like, but now he's starting to basically make threats. And according to what Collins told us, the threats he was making as he was walking towards the elevator to go back upstairs and get his leftovers. He's like, I guess he was like referring to things are about to get bad real quick. In his words, was talking about lawsuits and stuff. I'm like, no, we don't. No, it ain't. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Hold on. Prentice? Yeah. Yeah, it's because we don't have the proper like message and wake up call phone set up here at the desk. So it'll quit blinking now that you pushed it. So all good. Bye. That poor woman was like half asleep the entire time. She was trying to figure out cameras. That was her. She was pushing the message button.
Uh,
She's like, I was trying to push the message button because the light's blinking. I'm like, oh no, it's because this phone up here is not compatible with that.
yeah. Our phone system is all fully functional. And I said, yeah, it's going to take some time to learn that.
What's cool is Collins is the one that helped and made the suggestion to get the cameras to work properly, because there's a mouse back there in the computer room that makes this TV here do like little blips or whatever, but you can't see a straight shot view of this TV from the computer room with that mouse. So Collins was like, once she got down here and got her wireless mouse, she's like, can you plug that into the big camera box and like control it from, plug it into the computer box or the camera box in there and come back in here and run it? Lo and behold, it works.
Big
Now we know.
W is for Rich. Thank you for the gift, Rich. We appreciate that. John is asking, his phone died. So what happened after Tori got off the phone?
I was like sitting there talking to Collins for like 5 minutes before you asked if that was the police.
Because I couldn't tell. But I also didn't want you to be on the video when you got the manager down there.
Yeah. So Yeah, no, and because I told dispatch, it was like Collins and whoever that other guy was, I forget his name, were literally just down here for this guy, and I was like, it's like I'd like to request that they be the ones that respond to this one because they already know the story, they know what's going on, they know the deal. It's the guy that I was picking fun at about the leftovers, saying, hey, that looks mighty good, let me have it. And he was trying to, offer me some of it because he had two big old leftover containers.
Did they arrest him and take him away?
He's been trespassed. He's not allowed to come back. I don't know what they did.
How is the room? Is it still in good condition?
Oh yeah, it was. We went. Me and Cooper went and checked that when I got here, and I told the officers that I said we went up there and retrieved his stuff and checked the room. I knew something was up when I got here. Went around to the passenger side of the Suburban, got my book out of the passenger seat and something else from over here, and started walking towards the front door. He was standing outside. I'm like, you've never met me outside like this, so that kind of worries me. He goes, yeah. He's like, I'm not going upstairs by myself. I'm like, no, I wouldn't let you.
Yeah, he didn't destroy the room. That's good.
Yeah, 'cause
Big W's for Rich. Thank you again for the star, the gift. We appreciate that.
yeah, they went up there and checked the condition of the room just in case, and
All's
uh,
well that ends well.
and then they left. And what, 20 minutes later,
No, it was about an hour later.
12:04 is when I made the call.
Oh,
I was about to check timestamp, check the call log on my phone, on my phone, see what time it was that I had called to get a general idea of when this happened, like when he walked in the door. I'm like, oh wait, I didn't use this phone to call. I was like, I used the desk. I
yeah.
was trying to
Next time, just dial 911 and put the receiver on the counter. Because an open line, they're coming running.
well, see,
That
and
way you don't have to answer questions.
what started shutting me down like that was he came back out into the lobby with his leftover that stuff, and I told him that I had his belongings. That his belongings were gathered up, because she requested that all the belongings be, gathered from the room, and he said, "You didn't." He's like, I was like, "She requested it," and I was like, "So that's what we did." He goes, he said, "Actually, you didn't have to. You didn't need to touch my stuff. So I'd like to have that." Okay, like I don't mind. I don't. There's no problem with me getting your stuff. And this is about the time he starts walking down the hall towards the elevator because he left his leftover containers by the door because he didn't have a key to the room. That's why he came back down. He was the one that was answering the pickleball question.
Yeah, that's why I was like thrown off from that.
And when he's asked for, a key to get another key, went around, whatnot, asked him what room. He said 210. Never didn't click yet. Didn't click. Did not click until he said his first and last name. And I'm like, hmm. So I had to like think as fast as I possibly could, without making it obvious on what to say, to try to keep a civil ambiance. But then he started getting shitty. He's like, my name was on that reservation too. So I'm not quite sure why my stuff needed to be removed from the room. I said she was the main name on that reservation, and she requested that all belongings be gathered up and removed. And I have your stuff back here in the back. And this conversation he started carrying down the hall. And he said, well, things are about to get real bad real fast. And that's when oh, he made a wise choice to switch his area of focus because I had, you leaned against the computer screen and it was on mute and I had it turned down real low, but you can still hear, you can't hear what you're saying, but you can hear somebody talking. And while he was standing there, he'd asked me, he's like, so what's it going to cost me to actually stay in that room myself? What's it going to cost me? And I was working on bringing that up. And he was at the front desk here and he was standing out here facing down the hall and like kind of like swayed a little bit And like he's like swaying, like dancing with himself in a circle. Started looking towards coffee, and then he turns back around. He goes, "Is she still talking to you?" I said, "It's muted, so no." But that's not what we're here about. They started getting shittier and shittier. He was drunk. Um, I don't know if you heard it when I got off the phone with dispatch because they asked me if I could see PD yet. I'm like, I'm at the desk on the desk phone. I don't see anything. I was like, he went out the door to the south. And then she said that they've made contact with him.
Yeah, I heard him say that. The officer.
I'm not sure where the fuck that just came from, but
What?
somebody just fucking like smoker cough, like hacking. It sounded like a hacking man cough. He was dropped off in an Uber. He has since been trespassed. He told he's not to come back. But I just heard that shit, and I don't know where he's at. So my ass is locked, currently locked in the Suburban.
Hello, Sarah. To get a gun or a weapon. Yeah, you never know.
I'm kind of blind. I can't see. I can't tell.
What?
I said I'm kind of blind. I can't exactly see. I can't tell if that's sitting. I can't tell if that's him sitting extra still right in front of the doctor's office. Trash can. Where's the trash can at? I can't zoom in. I can't turn the camera around. But I can't tell. It sounded like the cough came from the other way though.
Well, it would echo because the building, probably.
But apparently, when PD pulled up and made contact with him, I actually like physically I was physically startled by whatever the hell scream he made from outside by the flagpole. Like he made like a. I thought I ran to the camera. I thought he was fighting him. Oh yeah, no, that's him. Oh, my friend
It
got
is?
fucked. Yeah,
Where's he at?
sitting over there at the the little fencing area for the doctor's office trash can. And he's sitting over there by that and that power box.
That's not good.
Well, this tent manager watched me lock the front door, so and the keys made
Yeah.
enough noise to move it around.
Well, then you need to step out the side door or something.
Yeah, I just heard that cough. Did my usual swivel from one side to the other, and I saw nobody. I'm like, all right. After that situation, like, what the hell?
This is the same live, John. In the live, yeah. You'll be able to hear it. He was fine at first.
Yeah, he was the one that was answering the pickleball, racquetball thing. And he went to hell in a handbasket. Like when I had that feeling hit that things were starting to go bad. I was trying to get my face to say it when he wasn't looking. I was trying to make my face say things to the muted phone. That way, like maybe somebody would pick up on it. And then once he started running his mouth, I just unmuted it.
You don't see the police keeping an eye on him anywhere around? Look down the way towards McAllister's.
I do not. But he said, Colin says that they'll be close by. He says we'll be here like just like that if we're not busy. And they were like they've made it here in like 10, 15, 20 seconds every time. And I was trying to ask that dispatcher if I could get off the landline and switch to a cell phone call because she was asking me for a description of him while he was 10 feet in front of me after he said all the things he said.
Yeah.
And as soon as
I say, one of two things. Next time, if you're going to use the front desk phone, leave it open line. But if you can lock yourself in that back room, I had to do that a couple of times. Can you use one of the phones back there?
there are no phones back there.
There's not.
No.
Wow.
I mean, there might be that cordless phone, and I'm pretty sure that cordless phone is still in the computer room. I think it works. But actively in the moment, I wasn't sure if it was there anymore. 'Cause
Yeah, I'd agree, Michelle. What Michelle said. Hair standing up on the back of your neck.
Oh no, I don't think you guys were capable of seeing it. When I put the phone down, I put dispatch down on the desk and I'm walking in the office and like was saying something to you. I was I was vibrating like I was a flower sifter. And I was not on the verge of crying. That was me digging down deep, deep, deep inside, trying to find every ounce of everything I possibly could to like keep myself grounded or like level headed, just enough to be able to speak so I could finish answering her questions.
You know what I tell Grandma today?
Hmm.
She called me as soon as she left home and said, well, actually, Mike's the one that called me. He said, "We're on our way." And Mom said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "It's hot, but I'm trying to be a big girl and not cry."
All right, Fergie.
She says, "I know it's always 2 to 5 steps backwards, isn't it?" But yes,
And no,
I'm tired of it.
John, when I'm here, it's actually plastered on the wall right inside the first door, in between the two sets of front doors, that the doors are supposed to be locked between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. Granted, I unlock them about 4:30 because I'm running back and forth doing coffee, and I unlock it right before breakfast shows up. But no, it's always locked. I just hadn't locked it yet because Cooper was here and was dealing with that situation because these same two officers were here when Cooper was still here. He was talking to them right before they left right a few seconds before I joined the live, and then ended up calling them right back. He's like, "Well, I was hoping if you ended up calling back that it was going to be at least me, if not me and him, to be close enough to respond to it, but see how we already knew the story and what was going on."
I know. Big girls don't cry. I did cry. I did finally. It, it
Yeah,
was
Michelle,
frustrating.
I was
And
trying to not.
I knew they would fix it, but it was still frustrating. What did you say, Tori?
As Michelle, she said she was replying to what I was saying earlier about I was digging down deep, trying to find every little ounce of everything to keep myself level headed or like grounded enough to be able to like get back on the phone with dispatch and answer her questions. But then Duke came down, and I'm like, that I was looking for every ounce of energy slash effort I possibly could find to not shut down and just like avoid this guy. And I told dispatch, I'm like, she was asking for a physical description. I was like, I'm actually, that's the reason why I'm trying to get away from this the spot I'm in at the moment. Like, I'm trying to get the hell away from the desk. I was trying to speak code. I'm trying to get away from the desk so I can give you a description of him. But she's like, well, the call's already been put in, so she's like, I do need a description of him now. That way officers know who they're looking for since they're on their way already. I'm like, shit. But then luck, lucky me, this guy had went out the front door. And I'm like, all right. I interrupted the hell out of her. I'm like, all right. I was like, he just stepped outside. He just walked out the door. So I said, now I can answer your questions. I said, he looks like he's in his like mid-40s, like this, that, and the other. I'm like, he was standing 15 feet in front of me. I was not answering those questions, especially with him saying the things he was saying right before he went right before I called you. So no. And she goes, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, they need to put a phone in that back room, that office.
There might be an extra one. I mean, hell, if all else failed, I can go lock myself in the meeting room. There's one in there. Or the fitness center.
Yeah.
He didn't have a key or nothing. Damn. Why is this shit always got? Why is the scary, sketchy shit always got to happen when I'm by myself? Like, why is it got to happen after my coworkers leave?
Yeah. I did. I locked myself in the back room one night because of a drunk son of a bitch. I made him a key. I knew he was drunk, and I made him a key for his room after I asked for his ID.
Close, 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 close.
What?
I said close, 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 close. Lock, thank you. Suburban's armed, so we're good there.
Okay. Anyway, he walked towards the elevator and came back and asked me for a key. And I said, I just made you one. He goes, no, the fuck you didn't. And I went, oh, hell no. I ain't got time for this shit. I walked in that back room. I slammed that door and picked up the phone where Daisy used to sit. Is it
It works.
working? Okay.
Yeah.
I picked
No,
up
no.
the phone where she was sitting because there was the phone there and then one at Kim's desk.
Mhm.
And I called 911 and I said, you better get here and handle this son of a bitch at my desk before I do.
Yeah, I know. So now, okay, now I know that one's back there, and it has a dial tone. And legally, every phone that's attached to any type of like any type of cell phone or any type of landline has to is by law required to have access to dial that one particular number.
Right. Yeah. Well, now I say if you're going to have a cigarette, make sure you're peeking out the door before you go out, but maybe choose one of the side ones.
Or the back.
Kind of keep it where you can get in it quickly. Unless he's gone from the front.
And he's across the street because he did get trespassed, so he's at least over there. Like a shitty guest, stay over there.
I
Good day.
did. Don't talk to me. No, the fuck you didn't. Oh, hell no. I got
Or
time
like
for
that,
your.
like that one guy asked for his name or his card number or whatever. What do you need that for?
Oh, that pissed me off.
Or Kennedy had,
I didn't even respond to that jackass with yelling or anything. I said, "Sir, if I don't have your name, I can't find your reservation." Well, that just doesn't make any sense. It's like whatever. And then that bitch knocking on doors looking for her husband. You better get out of my face. You're making me mad. You know, there's a reason why I never worked at the gas stations that your dad had. Because you heard what happened the time I was robbed at Town and Country, right?
maybe.
Okay,
Time
you
or
were
two.
just a baby. I had just had you, and I got the job there because I was working at Burger King up to that point. Back then, you didn't have really maternity leave unless you had one of them good jobs. So when
Yeah.
you were gone for 8 to 10, 12 weeks, you know, they just let you go. And I took a job as a cashier at the Town and Country, which is a convenience store. And so this was literally when you were a brand new baby. And I worked third shift. for somebody. I don't even remember who, but somebody couldn't come in, so they called me and asked me if I'd work third shift. So I went in, and it was not even 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes after Lois left, because she worked all of second shift because that person didn't come in. Lois was the manager. Anyway, she had just left maybe 30 minutes before. And this dumbass son of a bitch in a hoodie with it pulled up like this walks up and he says, "I've got a gun. Give me all your money." And I went, "Get the fuck out of here." No.
My
So-
ass probably would be like, okay.
And and he left. He looked at me
Someone
like
walked
I
up
was
to you.
stupid. What?
I forgot the internet not doing very well over here. At this side door. If somebody would have walked up to me and said something about I have a gun, I'd have been like, me personally, like I probably would have been like, okay.
Yeah, give me all your money. Get the fuck out of here. No. So I'm not the kind to deal with dipshits like that. But I couldn't work at a gas station because I wouldn't do what they told me. You're supposed to let him have the money, and I told his stupid ass no. Anyway, when he knew I was going to argue with him, he left. Of course, the cops asked me, "Do you think he had a gun?" I said, "I never saw one." I doubt it, because if he'd had a gun, he'd have pulled it when I told him no.
Yeah, he got picked up. I think that was an Uber.
You what?
I said, I think that was an Uber that was trying to like find him.
I think he was shocked, but he pissed me off. I get mad. When I'm afraid, I get extremely mad. I turn into I become unbelievable, and it's just weird. I survived, and a woman recounts a near fatal assault while a hotel night shift associate.
See, I don't know if that was an Uber driver or if that was somebody he knows, because while we were trying to trying to pinpoint what Officer Collins was wanting in the on the cameras, that car was sitting right here in the under the canopy, and that's not the one that dropped him off. Tooth hurt.
Hard telling.
You missed the entertainment that we all created for ourselves last night.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask because you said there was a fiasco.
Last night?
You said
no,
when you and me and Grandma were trying to get that part for the car.
Oh no, it's that whole the guest getting double charged situation I was talking about. The third party reservations
Yeah.
getting messed up and like having to charge the guest actual card when they've already paid for it because the virtual card wouldn't go through, blah blah blah. Yeah, well, that's what I meant by fiasco. Because it happened again this morning. Kennedy could not check somebody out. Oh, I should have taken a picture. All I did was take a video. I need to go back and edit this little short, like 13, 14 second video and put some music on it, because I got a short video of one of the frogs being straight up emo. It was the other window, but he was down in the corner. He had his nose in the corner of the window. Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Yeah.
You
It was
could have
just,
heard me and Tori. Tori said she needed a horn that sounded like Chris Tucker.
Lee! Hey, Lee! Lee!
You hear the words coming out of my mouth.
We need the rush hour. We need the rush hour version of Ludacris. Okay.
Ludicrous.
The last couple of days, me and Scott have been talking about it. Like 2, maybe 3 days ago, Scott took my window privileges away when we're in John's truck because I'm like, you don't need to take them away from me. I'm slow, not stupid. It takes me an extended amount of time to, catch on to the fact that I can roll the window down and run my mouth and then run my mouth. But I run my mouth and then, oh, well, I guess I could have rolled it down. There's two. The window privileges thing stems off of a video that's on social media. The guy is like sticking his head out the window and like kind of looking back. He's like, "I'm gonna whip your ass. Your girlfriend looks like my mom." And there's another one. I think it's a teacher, like a substitute teacher or something, in a class, like a high school classroom, and somebody throws a wadded up piece of paper, and his teacher goes, "Whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe."
Okay, I gotta pee. Wet my washcloth again. I'll be right back.
Ooh, nope, Sarah. Sarah. I have a new sticker. I have a new sticker. Obviously, my camera won't turn around to show you the right way, so you'll see it backwards. But who is it? No, we're going this way. Get away from me. Hold on. Don't slam on your brakes because you see me walking through the. No. I'm gonna grab this. Where I keep this in my pocket. Keep landline in my pocket and a video in my hand. Oh, that's fine over there.
The guy who does the eBay asked me how much I would charge him to restore the headlights that he gets and stuff.
No.
Hi, Paul. You hear me?
You said that eBay guy's something, and that's where I lost it because I had to walk over there. I had to walk to the door for a second.
He asked me how much I would charge him to do the headlights, and I said, "Well, if you bring them to me consistently, I'll charge you $20 a headlight." He goes, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "It don't take that much when you have the tools." It went really good, Paul. I
Oh my
enjoyed
God,
myself
you
this
guys.
morning.
You guys, so when her car broke down today, her and grandma ended up getting the wrong size belt, serpentine belt. So me, her, and grandma went back down the road like a mile to the AutoZone to get the right size belt and took what was left of the old belt with us. We got that all taken care of. And we're paid, and we were leaving. And I was in line to go out the door first, and then Mom and Grandma were somewhere behind me. And then there was a guy that went out the door just a couple of steps in front of me. He went out that door and just let go of it, never looked back, nothing. So
Right in her face.
I stopped at that door. I'm like, and I stayed there because I knew she was behind me and watched it happen. I'm just like, and Mom goes, I'd have lost my shit.
I would have completely went the hell off. And of course, I did say somebody's mama didn't teach him any fucking manners. And he heard me. And then he got in his car.
And then, of course, typical me, I thought about it after the fact. I should just started hollering like that door actually hit me.
There you go.
Oh, I only brought that up because
I did. It shut that door right in her, that door shut right in her face. I'm like, oh hell no! You
See,
do
and I
that shit
saw
to
it.
me.
I saw it coming. That's why I kind of just slowed down and I didn't reach. I didn't even try to reach out for the door. I just kind of.
As we were walking out the door, I went, I hate that shit. It's disrespectful. And somebody's mama forgot to teach him some fucking manners. And I am not quiet. Ain't gonna be quiet. Little fucking bastard. I don't think so. I mean, I'm already having a rough afternoon. Go ahead, make my damn day. Yeah, another way to make some money. I told him, I said, if you stay consistent and bring them to me, he said he gets about 3 or 4 a week. And I said, hey, it's $100 in my pocket. He said he's got other things that I can clean up for him and all of that. And I said, yeah, I don't mind making a deal with you. I said, if it's consistent, I'll give it to you. You don't have to pay me. He said that the guy in the wheelchair that did detailing that was there when we moved in, he was charging him $70 a headlight. That's why he was shocked when I told him $20 a headlight. But if he's only going to bring me 1 or 2 a month, then yeah, it's going to have to be higher. And he thought that was fair. He says, you're just looking for consistency. I said, yeah, more quantity, less money for you. Yeah, that guy got in his car and he shut the door right as I said that. Somebody's mama forgot to teach him some fucking manners. And of course, my mom, she keeps her head down because she don't want to get in a fight. Oh, believe me, somebody goes after my mother, they're dead. They won't walk away. Scott checking up on the Raccoon Chronicles.
I haven't seen him yet. I also haven't I haven't been at home after dark the last few nights, so.
Yeah. That's that stupid bitch who tried to threaten my mother when my mom would not give her the title at my dad's direction. It was his car. He can decide that. She knew the rules for getting it. And she got all kinds of shitty. And he was even recording it, okay, on her phone. And she got really nasty with my mom. And I said, I think you probably better watch your mouth. That's my mother you're talking to. You wouldn't like it if I was to talk to your mother like that. And I was calm. And she goes, you want a piece of this, bitch? Come on, you fucking fat bitch. Why don't you come at me? And I went, I'm gonna walk away before you run your mouth anymore. I walked outside, she walked outside, and she kept running her mouth. And then I'm like, she goes, I will kick your fucking ass. And I said, okay. I walked up, I was maybe a foot away from her, and I said, here I am. But Thomas couldn't do anything about it at that point because I was not an employee of his. Now I can't do that. I'm an employee. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was recording it. Now she did turn it into the DA, but the DA said that she instigated it.
Mm.
But when she said she was going to kick my effing ass, oh, well, let's see you do that, man. Make my fucking day. So when I stepped up on her, she put her hands behind her back. Come on, hit me, hit me, hit me. No, bitch, you're the one running your damn mouth. Why don't you hit me? Because the first time you swing, the first time she swung, she's going to get one shot. That's it. She better make it count.
It's like, no, I'm not gonna hit you because I don't hit people that put their hands behind their back. It's not a fair fight.
Well, what
Fix
she was trying
yourself.
to do was bait me into hitting her first so that she could justify. And I was raised always, always hold your hands right, hold your hands down until they hit you first. Not, and don't threaten me. And that's what she did. She threatened me. Of course, anyway, my mom's right behind me. Kristen, no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Then she told Mike, we didn't have the bail money because Mike said you should have let her kick her ass. I said the bitch was running her mouth. She wouldn't have backed it up. Yeah, let them touch you, and then it's fair game. Oh, the way she was talking to my mother, she was my age, and you'd think that she was 15 damn years old. What the fuck is this bitch? You know, oh, you can calm down. You don't need to talk to my mother like that. You wouldn't like it if I spoke to your mother like that. So I gave her an opportunity. But the way that she had positioned herself in that office and the way that the desk is positioned, my mom had no way out the door. No, I still don't like this setup. I've even said that. The empty barrels make the most noise. They sure do. Okay, go ahead. Does that make you feel powerful or something? Ooh, damn. Bye-bye, bitch. Anyway, yeah, I don't play fair. I don't play nice.
I kind of sort of like really hope that these two arrivals don't show up, or at least one of them, because one of them is a third party, and I don't know who did what in this system, but every single third party thing has been adjusted, or I should say recalculated. And even upon check-in, or even as of right now, before they check in, you're supposed to authorize the third-party virtual card before they get here. Yeah, well, it's not working.
Nice.
Even,
Hello,
even
Alexa. How you doing?
hello, even though it says in the comment box on here that the
Hi,
nightly room,
Nikki.
and it says the VCC amount. It won't even let me run it for that amount that it shows.
Is she? I don't think she can legally raise a tax rate.
Well, I don't know who this person's name is, but it's what it says is tax fee recalculate performed. What is that?
Say it again.
It says, go back, tax fee recalculate performed. And it's got a username of, I don't know who the hell that is. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Ashraf.
Good. Just come out of the hospital from gallbladder surgery. Oh, damn. I hope you're doing better. Doing good. Catch up. How about you? I'm starting to fade.
Ow. Uh-oh. I was pulling it. No, I didn't want that. Dummy.
Yeah, it's pretty painful, Alexa. It is pretty painful. Just got home from delivering. Okay.
302. Come on.
I think I missed the sticker. Just remember I didn't see it. Yeah, they're pretty bad. I see that, Nikki. How you been doing? What's some advice for a middle-aged man? Kinda lost. Why are you lost?
Well, since you're fading, I mean, we can call it. After the night I've already had, I don't think I got any more energy to focus on alive. I'm stressed out.
Uh, I guess it isn't your time yet. Waiting on results. Is that from your fall, Nikki? I don't have to be up early, but I did take a nap so that I could be up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm over this shit. Please, for the love of God, don't show up.
What?
I said, please, for the love of God, don't show up tonight.
Don't show up tonight?
Yeah, I want this at least one of these arrivals to be a no-show. Because I don't know how people are getting them checked in. Oh, it's okay. It's my Friday. So once I clock out in the morning, not my problem. Oh yeah, what everybody was saying about her. Yeah, no. She sounds like a little bit more of a she kind of makes, I guess best way to describe her is like she makes me think of Sheila on near overdose uppers.
Yes, it's hot. It is hot, April. It is definitely hot. Everybody start saying good night. Tori's stressed out. She's wiped out. And I've been up since super, super early. So I'm going to go lay down.
Oh, hold on. I was telling you about the random rainbow this morning. You said you didn't see it. Let me show you.
Yeah, I didn't look south. I went north. I hope it gets to feeling better, Nikki. Oh, interesting.
Like it hadn't even like there was no rain.
Oh, strange.
That scared me.
What is that?
It's a ceiling fan.
Ah,
I thought the camera was picking up a ghost doing a somersault or something.
I know.
I was legit about to start panicking. I kind of sort of bit my lip because I almost like out loud said, "What the fuck is that?"
I wasn't sure what that was until it came into the picture. It looked
Well,
like a swirling brain.
the first little blip, all I saw was the center of it and two of the arms. And it did that. I'm like, what? I think I felt myself flinching. Like I think I felt my body hold back a flinch. Like I was like,
Well, and you said, what the fuck is that?
"Ooh, hey, so real quick, you used to work here. Um, do you remember the husband and wife that come in from I think it's Wisconsin literally every July to see the kids and the grandkids? He's a taller guy that never stops talking, and his wife's real short, kind of older, like this
Uh,
Daniel or Dan or whatever, and Wendy or something like that.
I vaguely remember there were a couple of families that come in to visit family there. Vaguely. Why? What about them?
Oh, they're here. I've had the thought on my mind for the last couple of weeks. I'm like, all right, it's July. When are they gonna show up? Oh, and I think Michelle was here for it last night. And Nate's like, this guy doesn't get social cues. I'm like, I can keep up with his nonstop conversation. It's like I just wanted to like finish up with you guys first. Um, I was getting out of the Suburban and I started like we're just kind of moseying around the parking lot. Made it to the other side of the canopy leg and I saw him coming out the door. I'm like, I've been wondering for the last 2 weeks when you guys were going to be here. And of course, the very first question he asked me is, "Where's the truck?" Yeah, about that.
Yeah, about that. All right,
He's like,
everybody.
"Well, look, now
Be
you got
good,
this nice
cat.
Suburban." And I'm like,
We were conversing to each other. It happens.
They're
Anyway,
they're
everybody.
introverts.
Huh?
They're just kind of introverted older people, their grandparents, and they're introverts, so they they don't really uh socialize with people in like day-to-day life, and they really enjoy everybody here. So
Makes you wonder why they haven't moved closer.
I think that's where they're all from. I think the kids moved here, and I think there's one kid that's still up there in Wisconsin with them, and then there's another one in Michigan, and the two of them are kind of like they unintentionally alternate low key begging mom and dad to like move here or move here, and I'm like, why don't you the two of you just? I was like, why don't the two of you just move right on the state line? That way they both get what they want.
That's funny.
So anyway, you go to get you. I smell toast. You go get some sleep. I'm gonna go occupy my mind with something else.
Okay, everybody, I hope you have a good week ahead. We'll be back next weekend, maybe. I don't know what's going on with my job yet. So, I mean, everything's up in the air. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good week. Tori, you too.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys in about 5 days. How about that?
Catch
All
me
right.
outside.
What?
I said, catch me outside. How about that? Peace. I'm out.
Peace.